reviewing area. So we're going to be doing area and perimeter of several different shapes like rectangles, triangles, and polygons. And if you have not already been, go ahead and do yourself a favor and use a calculator if you want to. And some of these are definitely problems you could do in your head, but if not, pull out that calculator and you go for it. Okay, so a few things to remember when we're talking about perimeter. We are walking around the outside of the shape. And when we're talking about area, we're filling in the inside of the shape. So when we write a perimeter answer, it will just be units. When we write an area answer, we need to do units squared. I know for a fact that some of these answers, like say the answer is for the area and it's 15 centimeters squared, it's probably also going to give you a choice of just 15 units. You need to make sure if it's perimeter, it's not squared. If it's area, make sure you get that squared in there. And one more reminder before we get going is that the height goes straight up. It has to come from a right angle, not a slanted side. Okay, number one asks us to find the perimeter. So we know we're looking for the outside. So we're just going to walk ourselves around. We've got 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5 centimeters will give us that answer. Number two asks for the area. So we're going to multiply. Our formula is base times height. So here's our base, 3, times the height, 3. And make sure you get units squared on that. So 3 times 3 centimeters squared. Number 3 asks for the area of this triangle. So our formula for an area of a triangle is base times height. So if you remember, it is like a rectangle, but then we have to cut it in half. So our base is 9. Our height is 4. So we multiply those together and cut it in half, divide by 2, units squared. Number 4, we need the area of this parallelogram. It's base times height. Here's my base, and remember height goes straight up. So 4 times 3 centimeters squared will give us that answer. Number 5, got some funny lines on there. There we go. So number 5 wants us to find the unknown side. So we know our formula for the area of a triangle. So the total area is 12. So we're just going to replace all of these here. The base is 4. We're looking for the height. So we need to get this h all by itself. So we're going to start and do the opposite of divide by 2, which is to times by 2. Then we need to do the opposite of times by 4, which is to divide by 4, will tell us the height. So 12 times 2 divided by 4 gives us that. And this is just one single measurement, so your answer will just be inches. Our squared is the area up there. Okay, number 6 asks us to find the area of this triangle. So here's our base. Remember, height goes straight up 12. So we have our base, we're timesing it by our height, and then we're cutting it in half. And then that is a centimeter squared answer for the area. Number 7 is guys, oh man, the word just left me. It left me. Is a trapezoid. That's what it is. Okay. Whew. It's been a little bit since we've done this. So here's our formula over here. So we need to add our 2 bases together because we're essentially making that shape upside down, and then we'll have to cut it in half. So base 1 on the bottom is 10. Base 2 on the top is 2. Our height goes straight up 6, but we need those parentheses to add those together first and then cut it in half. So 10 plus 2 times 6, cut in half, inches squared will give us that answer for that trapezoid. Got that word now. Hey, this next one asks us to find the area of this irregular shape. So we could cut it this way, we can cut it this way. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it here. So I cut it into some rectangles so I can see this side is 4. I can see this side is 2. So 4 times 2 will give us that piece. And then this one here, this part is 5. Now we need to figure out this side because this 9 is for this whole entire thing. Well, I know this part is 4. So 9 minus 4 equals 5. So this piece here is 5. So we'll do 5 times 5 to find this square. So 5 times 5, and then we need to add 4 plus 2 centimeters squared to find that whole entire area. Okay, number 9, we've got this irregular shape here that we're going to break up. So I'm just going to go across this way. You can go up and down. There's lots of different ways to do this one. So I can see here this whole long piece is 6, and this part right here is 1. So we've got 6 times 1 for the top. Okay, this next one, I know that this is 2, but I need to figure out this whole piece here. So I can see that this part is 2, and then connecting these, I can see that this part is 3. So 2 and 3 together are going to make this 5 total. So 2 times 5 for that middle part. And then this bottom one, I can see the 3 here. And I can see a 3 matching up that side right there. So I'll add these together. So I'll do 6 times 1, add that to 2 times 5, and add that with 3 plus 3, and that will give me my centimeters squared answer. Okay, number 10, we have this pentagon here, or a polygon. This one has 5 sides. So what we're doing, if you remember, is just making this into a triangle. So we're going to start with our formula for the triangle, but then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those to go around. So then we'll times our answer by 5. So my base is 9. The height straight up to the center is 6. I'm going to cut that in half to find one triangle, and then times that by 5 to find all my triangles. And then my answer will be in meters squared since we found the inside area. Hey, number 11, this one wants the perimeter. So we're just going to walk ourselves all the way around. So we've got 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. We have 9 5 times. We'll give you your answer just in meters since it's one dimension, just walking ourselves around the outside. Hey, number 12, we've got a quilt piece that is in the shape of a trapezoid, and I do know what that is now. The top parallel side here is 4. The bottom says is 8. The height up to the top is 5. And it asks for the area. So we just plug our answers into our formula here. So base 1, the bottom is 8. Base 2, the top is 4. So we need to add those together, times it by 5, the height, and then we'll cut that in half to give us our answer in units squared for the area. Hey, last one today. So we have a 12-sided polygon. You can try and draw yourself 12 sides. It's kind of difficult to get them all nice. Or you can just think of it as you have this triangle here, and we know we have 12 of them. So I'm going to use this information here rather than trying to draw that. So we know we have our 12-sided polygon, 12 triangles. The perimeter of the pot holder is 36. So to go all the way around the outside, we've got 36. And each of these sides are the same. So we're going to start and do 36 and divide that by 12. 36 divided by 12 is 3. So I know all of these sides now are 3. So then it tells me that the distance to the center, so all the way up here, is 6. So now I can find my area. So find the triangle. So we know base times height. So here's my base. Times it by my height up to the top is 6. We're going to cut that triangle in half And then I know that I have 12 of those, and that will tell me my answer in inches squared. All right, good luck today.